Anyway, the main event of this particular program was Dominik Mysterio and his mixed tag team partner Liv Morgan against Rey Mysterio and his mixed tag team partner Zelina Vega. And they had a nice match, and it's a long 3-hour program. And finally, basically, Liv's treachery led to Rey Mysterio being crotched on the top rope and splashed by Dominik 1, 2, 3. Son defeats the father. And they're overcome by emotion, or Liv and Dom, and so they hug, and then Dom realizes, oh my God, what have I done? And Liv pulls him down on top of him, and they are about to do the Humpty Hump, and suddenly Rhea Ripley's music plays. That's who Damian Priest knew, the thing that who knew the who voodoo. That is the person that Priest talked to on the phone, and the thing that Damian Priest knew that Dominik didn't know was that Rhea Ripley is in the building and waited till this very second, apparently, to come out and storm out and stalk out, and Liv ran away out through the crowd up into the arena, and Rhea Ripley starts to get in the ring, and there's Dominik, and my DVR froze. And am I told that other people had the same thing where they could have had a little bit more time at the end of this broadcast? Or was I out early?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard anyone else.
What did you see?
I just remember them kind of facing off. Whatever the relationship is, they were there. And
well, it was on the socials, the social people's media saying, well, they ought to manage their time better for once, the WWE instead of AEW, because it cut off early because apparently Dominik was trying to follow. Rhea walked out on him, and he's trying to follow her and apologize.
Oh, see, I heard I heard Dominik surprised everyone by grabbing the mic and saying, "What's this shit I hear about you getting married?" And then she left because she was embarrassed, and he was he wanted to yell at her some more. So
that was in the back in front of the boys, because they all bought it too. But anyway, there was Raw.
So who's she going to be mad at, Dominik or Liv? Liv's obviously on camera, manipulating the whole situation. And, what man can fight that? Dominik can't.
Well, oh, come on now. I mean, Sarah, you mean to tell me that if you were beholden and betrothed to and promised to and going steady with and regular pals with Rhea Ripley, that if you had the opportunity to mess around with Liv Morgan, that you would succumb to your baser instincts, sir?
If I was a wrestler? Oh, absolutely. You can never trust a wrestler around another woman when their woman's not around them. Absolutely. That's lesson 1.
You can never trust a woman or never trust a wrestler when a woman's not around and they're around a woman, is what you just said.
When their woman
is not around, but they're around another woman.
That's right. That's it. Game on.
Well, it depends on how many curves they've got. But anyway, the point is, I think that certainly Rhea Ripley is not only going to be mad at Liv Morgan, but also she is going to be highly upset at Dominik Mysterio leading to the team of Dominik and Liv Morgan in a handicap match with Rhea Ripley, which is the only way I'll buy that either one of them can whip her.
Well, the other thing, I guess, is they've teased stuff in the past with the rest of Judgment Day and Liv. So we'll see, what happens with Judgment Day as we go forward here. But that was Raw. Rhea Ripley is back. And I guess the end of the dry humping on Raw.
Well, there could be more humping. We just don't know which one's going to hump who. So we got to stay tuned for that also.
Yes, and perhaps once you see this humping go down, you want to call somebody. You want to tell them what's going on, what's going down on the USA Network. And if you want to call somebody, you need a good plan, like the ones offered by our friends at Mint Mobile.
You want to get on the telephone and call somebody, is what the big cat would say, Brian. Your calling plan there is weak. You just said you want to get on and call somebody. You sound like Truman Capote. You sound like Brad Siegel.
Oh, give me a break.
WCW.
Oh, kiss my ass. That's not true.
You gotta call somebody.
Call somebody.
Somebody.
Call somebody.
With our friends at Mint Mobile, because if you've got friends, ladies and gentlemen, and many of you do, we know you have remarked. We've gotten probably a dozen emails over the last month or so in here to the program, somebody referring to someone as my friend. So we know they're out there. And you can get them in on this also, because after all, a friend does not let a friend overpay for their wireless service. And right now, Mint Mobile is basically telling you, spread the word here. And everybody can ditch their overpriced wireless plan and switch to Mint Mobile with a plan starting at just $15 a month. And you get the high-speed data, the unlimited talk and text. Brian, you have said that means that you can do all the things with your phone that the kids do these days. You can play the games and take the pictures and send the texts and everything, right, with this stuff.
Of course.
Well, you say, of course. I'm trying to let the people know, because that may be a question uppermost in their mind.
You'll be able to do all the things you could do with Mint Mobile. It'll just be cheaper and better. That's what they're saying here. They understand this. You don't understand this.
Well, I want to make sure that our audience knows that they can have everything they have with the big high-priced plans with this plan for only $15 a month. Of course, now that's when you sign up for a 3-month plan. So it's $45 over 3 months, because that's $15 a month, but that is the price, which is significantly more inexpensive than some of these other premium broadcast outfits there. So I want to make sure that people know that if you want to text little Junior, that's included. And you can take pictures of your weenie and send them out to the school board.
What? No, the school board. Yeah, do it to Rick Steiner's school board and see what happens.
Well, you can do anything that people do with their regular, big, overpriced phone plans. They can do with the fine, inexpensive Mint Mobile phone plan. And let's say, as a matter of fact,
let's say good things.
You could hack into people's shit with one of these too, right?
Again, let's not focus on things that will have the listeners thrown into the clink. Let's talk about things.
The clink.
Let's talk about things to help everyone involved in this process.
There should have been a situation comedy in the '60s about the clink and just the criminals that get locked up in a jail. And nevertheless, I'm just saying, you don't have to worry about being jacked around and not being able to do something. Right now, if you've got a phone plan that's $100 a month and you want to call your mother, then you can call your mother on this Mint Mobile phone plan for $15 a month. So why would anybody have the one for $100 when they can have one for $15? Is what I'm asking you there, Brian. Why?
I think that you're saying good things and things that make sense, and these are words coming out of my mouth that I didn't plan on putting together before they came out of my mouth. But you know, Jim, people pay even more than $100 sometimes.
Well, and they're fucking idiots, aren't they?
Absolutely.
So, folks, if you know anybody doing that, as a matter of fact, don't tell them about Mint Mobile until you borrow some money from them, because apparently they're just spendthrifts and throwing out money like drunken sailors. So put the touch on them for a bit and then tell them about Mint Mobile. And right now, if you go to mintmobile.com/JCE, you're going to get that new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month. That includes calls to mother, text messages, and pictures of your weenie, the whole package. $15 a month for a new 3-month premium wireless plan. mintmobile.com/JCE. The $45 upfront payment is required, equivalent to $15 a month, and new customers only on that 3-month plan. Speeds are slower above 40 GB on the unlimited plan. I don't have a clue what that means. And additional taxes, fees, and restrictions may apply. You can see Mint Mobile for details. If you live in Idaho, they may not want you to communicate with the rest of the country, but we don't know for sure. You go to mintmobile.com and check it out.
All right, Mint Mobile.